What would you do if your power went out for 3 days? What if your bank account was suddenly frozen? Most people think emergency preparedness is just about having bottled water, but financial security and emergency readiness go hand in hand. I'm Kiana for Motivate Enterprises, and I created the Prepared Citizens Guide because I saw too many families financially devastated by emergencies they could have prepared for.
Let's go through a real world example of why emergency preparedness matters. I want you to meet the Jones family. When the Jones family got a 48-hour evacuation warning due to a hurricane, they thought they were prepared because they had savings. But here's what actually happened: they had $5,000 in the bank, but only $20 cash on hand. ATMs were down within 12 hours. Gas stations couldn't process cars. So what does that mean? What does that mean for the Jones family? That means they couldn't buy supplies. Also, the Jones family had birth certificates that were in a filing cabinet, insurance papers were in the basement, medical records were in three different places throughout the house. They evacuated without their critical documents and spent months trying to file insurance claims. In addition, cell towers went down. The kids were at school, dad was at work. They had no predetermined meeting place and no out of state contact person, which severely impacted their communication. The total cost for not being prepared for the Jones family was over $250,000 in preventable losses due to unfiled insurance claims because of not having the proper documentation. The emotional toll, immeasurable for all the inconveniences that the Jones family had to undergo as a result of not being prepared. Every single problem the Jones family faced during crisis is addressed in the Prepared Citizen series. 8 full modules and a bonus module with module 3 that will help you and your family prepare before the crisis takes place.
Here's the truth: most financial advisors won't tell you. Your emergency fund means nothing if you don't know how to access it during a crisis. I've seen clients with great credit scores lose everything because they didn't have basic documents organized. They had savings, but no cash on hand. They had insurance, but couldn't file claims because their records were destroyed. The Prepared Citizens Guide addresses what happens when your normal financial systems fail you. That's why I created an 8 module system that covers everything from building a 30-day emergency fund to organizing your vital documents, from creating communication plans to protecting your financial identity during disasters. This isn't just theory, these are the same strategies I use with my credit services clients and real estate investors. Module 4 alone on financial emergency protocols could save you thousands in a crisis. And the community resilience model, that's about building networks that survive when systems fail.
Let me show you exactly what you're getting. The Prepared Citizens Guide has 8 comprehensive modules, including the bonus module that comes with module 3. In module 1, this is the financial security and emergency preparedness basics that you'll need for your family. It covers your 30-day emergency fund, and it also tells you the difference between emergency savings and rainy day funds. And it helps you to prepare to have a cashless, to operate in a cashless environment during a crisis. Module 2 is the communication and resource guide. It helps you to understand how to be able to keep your communication channels open during a crisis and what are the best ways to keep communication open during a crisis, and provides a good resource list in order to be able to help you to build a solid communication and resource action plan during crisis. Module 3 is your family and pet emergency preparedness, plus the bonus elderly and or disabled adults, caring for elderly and disabled adults. This module 3 is by far one of my favorite modules in the entire series because it gives a comprehensive plan for every one of your family members. And it also gives plans for specific conditions such as Alzheimer's, dementia, and helps you to coordinate plans for your loved ones who may be bedridden or who are currently going through any type of medical treatments that may render them weak or bedridden during crisis. So you'll know how to take care of your loved ones during that time and their needs during that time. Module 4, building community resilience and support networks. Now, this is important too because you do need to know where your resources are. You do need to know your neighbors that may be vulnerable, that you may be able to help. And now is the time to get to know your neighbors and get to know all of your community resources and support systems so that your community can be resilient during times of crisis, is what we want for all of our communities, right? Module 5, oh, this is one of my other favorites because in today's economy, multifamily living and resource pooling is becoming one of the best ways to stay strong financially during the different and changing and shifting economic times that we live in. So, this is a great guide that gives you a lot of practical guidance on how to set up multifamily living arrangements and how to actually pool your resources. Module 6, employment security and financial resilience. Again, we are living in a very monumental time because our financial, our economic outlook is changing different than any of us have ever seen in our lifetime and will see in our lifetime because we are going to start experiencing a lot of things that haven't happened before in history as far as in modern economics. So, this will help you if you experience job loss. It also gives you practical advice on how to um, learn new skills in order to be able to supplement your income or replace your income should you experience a job loss, and just gives a lot of practical advice on how to stay financially resilient during the changing times that we're going through at this time in history. Module 7, legal preparedness and long term planning. This module, it's a very short module, but it gives you a detailed list of the most pertinent documents, legal documents that you need for your household, medical documents, uh, legal documents such as your deed, your mortgages, your will, your durable power of attorneys, and things of that nature, so that all of your pertinent documents are in a place that will lessen or lighten the load during dark times, during one of the most difficult times that your family members may have to prepare um, for you in your absence. So, this module gives a detailed list of those documents that are needed and how to properly secure those documents and how those documents should be distributed amongst your loved ones. Our last module, Module 8, is one of the most important as well because it talks about your mental health and your emotional resilience during crisis. Again, you have practical guides on how to take care of your own personal mental health, the mental health of your children, again, other family members, other vulnerable family members that may need special attention during crisis. And so it's important to first maintain your mental health and your emotional stability during crisis so that you can be of service to others. So this module helps you to prepare for these type of events and certain practical steps that you can take to build your resources now so that you can maintain optimal mental health and optimal emotional resilience during crisis. So that's a review of all 8 modules. I also would like to give a review of the actual bonus that you get. So this bonus is something I'm very proud of because it gives even more detailed advice and practical guidance on how to care for your loved ones during crisis. Now, here's a table of contents just so you can get a quick overview of what's included in that bonus. You have durable medical equipment, shelter in place, your caregiver, your loved ones that have cognitive concerns, things of that nature. So, module 3 just is one of the best guides that Before you even buy, let me give you one quick win you can implement today. This is from Module 1, the 72-hour emergency kit essentials checklist. Now, here we have, by order of priority, water. 1 gallon per person per day for 3 days. You have non perishable food, 3 day supply, flashlight, and extra batteries. Your first aid kit. You want to have at least $200 in small bills. Copies of important documents in waterproof containers. You can start building this today for under $100. But if you want the complete system, the how to organize your documents, the where to keep your cash, the who to contact in emergencies. That's all inside the Prepared Citizens Guide. Please click on the link in the description in order to purchase the full Prepared Citizen series.
As a licensed credit services organization owner and someone who's helped families eliminate debt and rebuild credit, I know that preparedness isn't about fear, it's about freedom. Financial peace comes from knowing you're ready. And faith based preparedness means trusting God while also being a good steward of what He's already given you. That's what Stay Motivated and the Prepared Citizens Guides are all about.
I know what you're thinking. I don't have time for this, or I can't afford it right now. But here's the reality: you can't afford not to be prepared. This guide is designed for busy people. You can implement 1 module per week and be fully prepared in 2 months. And at this price point, it costs less than 1 emergency Uber ride or 1 week of fake out. What's your peace of mind worth? So you get all 8 modules, including the bonus module that comes with module 3 here. And you can see all 8 modules and including the bonus module. And you get all of this for $38. Okay. So everything is digital. That means you get instant access. The Prepared Citizens Guide is available right now on my Gumroad store. Link is in the description and pinned in the comments. When you purchase, you get immediate access to all 8 modules, downloadable worksheets, and the document organization templates. Don't wait until an emergency hits to realize you weren't ready. Get prepared today. And I'll see you in the next video. Stay motivated.